We out here, me and my crew. You know what it do, so what's up? You're falling back like runner-ups. Dreams and you can't hear with us. I see on nail like rust. You're hearing the music, you're jamming into it, and that melody got you stuck. The team I was growing and growing and growing, but we never get enough. Get to the top, no stopping me. Have fake friends, no stopping me. Getting this money, no stopping me. Winning this.
It was good, Dream Team. It's your boy, this is Dream. I'm back again with another video. Alright. So today we got another reaction quest. We're about to react to is Aang vs Edward Elric, Avatar vs Fullmetal Alchemist, Death Battle by Death Battle. And no, your eyes are not deceiving you. I am back at the old setting. Well, the second to the first old setting, but you know, I'm only here down here for a few days because, you know, I got business to take care of. So yeah, putting that to the side, bro. Aang versus Edward Elric, bro. Two of my favorite anime characters, bro. Aang, the last Airbender, the Avatar, versus Edward, homie with the alchemist, lost his arm and his leg, and lost his brother completely, not completely, but his entire body. But bro, these shows bring back some great fire memories, man. To know that two big superhero, why I say superheroes, but two big faces of anime characters are facing off to each other. This is gonna be lit, dog. So enough of me talking and stuttering. Let's go ahead and jump into this video. But before you do, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to both more lit content if you do. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this video, girl.
The elements make up every
Don't mind my hair, y'all. Stop looking at it.
And no average person can tame it.
But somehow these kids can master them with a vengeance.
Like Aang, the Avatar.
And Edward Elric, the Fullmetal Alchemist.
Let's get it, bro.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Water.
I'm starting with Aang,
Earth.
fire,
Air.
Heart!
Once the four nations lived in harmony, and some of their citizens could even learn to bend their nation's element. But only the Avatar could master all four, and it's their duty to protect the balance between these nations.
And since there's always gotta be an Avatar around, a new one is born whenever the last one dies.
But everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Attempting to conquer the other three nations, the Avatar would inevitably be their greatest obstacle.
Man, they'd even go after a kid?
Living among the air nomads,
Well, he's not
Aang was an
technically a kid.
energetic and dutiful
He's
12
been
years
trapped in ice for a
old when
long
he
time.
learned of his destiny. He was the newest incarnation of the Avatar.
But he totally wussed out, ran away from home, and got frozen in ice for 100 years. What the hell? That's not what I'd do if I found out I was an awesome elemental badass. I'd definitely find a way to make money off that.
Boomstick, he's 12. But running away actually saved his life, as the Fire Nation knew the next Avatar would be an air nomad and slaughtered them all in a horrific surprise attack.
But the poor kid wouldn't be stuck in ice forever. He was eventually rescued by some new friends and began his quest to learn the other elements and save the world.
Man,
and as an air nomad, he can really bend the wind to his will.
He can use air bending to create whirlwinds and tornadoes or slice through solid stone.
And he can fly. Whee!
Well, it's not exactly
Gliding.
flying, Boomstick. What he actually does is manipulate the air currents to keep aloft. That's why he carries a glider, complete with snacks.
Oh, well, I'm sure that'll come in handy.
That's lit,
Whatever.
though.
If it looks like a duck and sounds like a duck,
gliding,
it's a
bro.
duck.
That's lit, bro.
Or I guess flying Avatar guy.
But ducks actually can fly. Anyway, Aang can use air in pretty much every aspect of his life. Like for shields, increasing his speed, improving agility, adjusting his body temperature, and even focusing his breath to use as an attack.
After he learned waterbending from Paku and Katara, Aang can make whips, knives, and literal tsunamis. Hey, I can do that too. Just give me a pool and watch this cannonball fly. Does that mean I'm a waterbender?
Sure. Waterbenders can also manipulate steam and ice.
Just like how I, the great waterbender Boomstick the Wet, will use my powers to swim through this frozen block.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Yep.
Check it
Waterbending 101. You can be jealous.
Oh, wow. I'm just bursting with envy.
Bending powers, activate! Ha! Success!
Oh, he actually pulled it off. Okay.
Waterbending requires a nearby
Boomstick,
source
I see
of
you.
water to use,
Yeah, right
like
here.
a pond or a filled bottle. The same goes for earthbending, which Aang learned from his mentor Toph.
Top.
Earthbending is all about
one of
throwing
the
rocks at
greatest
people and a bunch of
earthbenders
other
ever,
cool
yo.
stuff, like making walls and earthquakes and causing the ground to swallow you up, which is kind of creepy, actually.
Last but certainly not least, Aang learned the art of firebending from his longtime rival, Prince
Prince
Zuko.
Zuko,
Unlike
yep.
the other arts, firebenders can actually create fire to use at will.
Firebending is so goddamn powerful. It's even got the deadliest bending technique of all,
Lightning.
shooting lightning.
Lightning, yeah.
Well, only the most advanced
Yep.
firebenders can cast lightning, which is usually an instant kill move. While Aang never learned the move itself, he has learned how to redirect it through his body.
But even after learning the four elements, Aang got to meet one last master bender.
Who taught him the art of manipulating a person's life energy, the purest form of bending.
It's super dangerous, though, and one mistake could tear up Aang's soul.
And with it, Aang defeated the Fire Lord and brought peace to the world at large.
Well, with that and with his super form, the Avatar
So
State.
lit.
In the Avatar state, Aang's bending
Ooh.
abilities grow immensely.
Immensely, bro.
This is because
Powerful.
the
That
Avatar
battle
state
was
lets
like,
Aang draw
that
on
battle
the
was so
power
lit,
and wisdom
dog.
of all previous Avatar incarnations. Though it is extremely risky, as dying while in the Avatar state ends the cycle of reincarnation permanently.
Why would he care if
Yeah,
he's dead
I forgot
anyway?
about that.
Whatever. The coolest thing about the Avatar State is it makes you glow. Like this. Behold!
How are you doing
How
that?
is he doing that?
Oh, I drank a bunch of glow sticks.
You need to go to the
Yeah.
doctor. Like right now.
Right now, bro.
My liver's processed way worse than this.
Well, with or without
Okay.
the Avatar state, Aang is plenty powerful. He has the ability to move gigantic stone
35.7
columns and
million
even
tons of
carve
water.
canyons
God,
around
dog.
an entire city.
Not only has he survived hits from earthbending kings and massive explosions, he threw this gigantic column of rock at the Fire Lord.
To get the column's mass,
Woo.
we compared Aang's height against it and determined it must weigh 9,500 tons.
Aang's super fast too. With airbending, he can run on water.
Which, given his size, requires a movement speed of
Why he
well over
looks like that?
67 miles per hour.
He used airbending to block a giant column-destroying explosive attack from the best-named character on the show, Combustion Man.
And
Oh,
he's
yeah,
proven he
yeah.
could
That
redirect
dude
lightning
was
from the
hardcore.
Fire
He-
Lord
he was
himself.
hardcore.
Taking into account the distance between them and how far Aang's arm had to move to catch the lightning, he would have to react at least 155 times faster than sound.
He is pretty unused to violence, though. I mean, he's a vegetarian pacifist for crying out loud. But while he may seem like just a kid, Aang still saved the world and led it into a peaceful future. To
right.
him, bending is elementary.
If you want to be a bender,
Oh my
you
God.
have to let go of fear.
Aang save the world.
Alchemists of
Oh,
old
man.
once tried to turn lead into
Edward.
gold with not great results. But in the country of Amestris, the ancient science of alchemy is actually possible by using
I
the
really
Earth's
wish they could've
natural energy
continued
to
the
reshape
series,
the
though.
molecular structure of various objects.
And by drawing a circle thingy.
A transmutation circle, which most alchemists use except for the youthful prodigy,
Woo!
Edward Elric.
Oh, what a little badass.
Careful, Boomstick, he's a bit touchy about his size.
Yeah.
Hey, if I
very.
lost my mom like he did, I'd get mad at the little stuff too. But Ed and his brother Alphonse figured they could bring her back with alchemy. So they went
Wait,
for it,
never met
but
that.
things went south real fast. You know how people say they give an arm and a leg for something? Well, Ed literally did, and poor Al lost his whole body. Luckily, Ed managed to stick his brother's soul in a suit of armor, but still, yikes.
This horrible experience has forever marked the two brothers. No one is meant to transmute the human soul, and the boys were lucky just to escape with their lives.
But he got something
Right.
good out of it, like super secret knowledge, including how to do alchemy without a circle thingy. He just has to clap instead. So, worth it?
With these new abilities, Ed and Alphonse began their quest to restore their bodies. Specifically, they sought the incredible power of a Philosopher's Stone, believing it to be their only chance. Eventually, Ed joined the military, and thanks to his amazing potential, he was named by the Fuhrer the Full Metal Alchemist.
What? Adolf Hitler?
Nah, it's just Bradley. He's okay.
Bro, he's a beast, bro.
Spoilers!
Raph,
Also, since Ed lost a
Homie's
couple
a
limbs, he
beast,
got them
dog.
replaced with automail. Kinda like my leg.
Automail is made from incredibly durable metal, ranging from his original steel one, to a gas-powered one, to his best version consisting of a mix of aluminum and carbon. Apart from being durable metal prosthetics, Ed's automail limbs function just like normal ones. He can even reshape his arm as a weapon.
So we can turn it into swords and saws and stuff, increase its durability by hardening its makeup, or turn it into an umbrella. Ah, truly a limb of many talents.
But at the end of the day, Ed's true talent lies not in sword fighting or umbrella holding, but the art of alchemy.
He can do all sorts of crazy things with all the elements. He can basically make anything he wants, like spears and shields.
So long as he follows the rule of equivalent exchange. Anything created with alchemy must have a source of equal value and cannot be made fundamentally different. For example, lead can be molded into a statue, but it cannot be turned into water. Other than that, there are 3 principles needed to use alchemy well. Comprehension,
Which means you gotta understand what the thing you're using is made of.
destruction,
Breaking stuff down.
and reconstruction.
Putting stuff back together.
Ed is only limited by the materials at hand and his imagination. At his full potential, he can do almost anything. He can purify water, create ammonium gas from ammonium nitrate,
I don't know,
repair
bro.
entire houses,
This
and transform
fight is
a
kinda-
gun.
I don't know, this fight is kind of...
Don't you ever
kinda,
try and do that with any of my
but
guns.
hard to
Anyway,
reach,
Ed's also
'cause
learned
I like
destruction
them both,
alchemy,
man. I
which
like them
does
both.
exactly what you think it does. Make a big ol' kaboom! Ed's used it to destroy stuff like automail, but it can also be used to explode people's heads!
Woo! I
So,
remember
using
that
destruction
scene.
alchemy, Ed should be able to destroy something like this on a molecular level.
Ah! Oy.
Anyway, with all of his abilities,
This is
Ed has done
bullshit,
some
bro.
incredibly impressive things.
Not only has he blocked gunfire from a Gatling gun after it started firing,
Right.
he's dodged a pistol from nearly point-blank range, and his automail arm even took a bite from a lion-headed
Oh, yeah.
chimera.
I
It was
remember that.
totally fine.
Assuming
I
this
remember
chimera
that.
has a similar bite force to that of a real lion, that means Ed's arm stood up to a force of 1,000 pounds per square inch.
He's created a gigantic cannon and then survived that cannon exploding while he was standing on it. And then he survived being on top of a huge boulder exploding too.
We can measure the boulder's explosion against Ed's size to get an
Oh, my
approximate
Lord.
energy output. With a radius of 36 feet, this blast must have been equivalent to over 100 tons of TNT.
How's that for equivalent exchange, bitches? He also survived an explosion that took out most of a 10-story building.
And
Even
don't
apart from
forget, he
being
defeated
tough,
father,
Ed has
too.
shown
He defeated
considerable
father.
strength when using alchemy.
Like when he created a gigantic golem to crush his opponent.
By measuring the size of the stone golem's thumb, comparing it to the size of the average human's thumb, and using that scale to estimate the size of the golem, that gives us an estimated weight of over 3,000 metric tons.
All this without any Philosopher's Stone, because it turns out those things are really, really messed up.
Right. Philosopher's Stones are extremely powerful and can be used in many different ways. Kimberly the Crimson Lotus Alchemist, for example, used one to create a massive explosion equal to 157 kilotons of TNT.
Woo.
However, it turns out that these stones are composed of imprisoned human souls. So Ed and Al vow to avoid them on principle. Although Ed can boost his alchemic power in a similar manner by drawing on his own life force, increasing his potential at the cost of shortening his lifespan. But that's what Ed ultimately had to learn, what it truly means to let something go. And so he found another way to revive Al's body, sacrificing his
Gave
own
away
power
his
for the
alchemy
sake of
power.
the family.
Aw, what a nice guy. But all in all, so long as Ed knows what he's trying to transmute, he's an amazing force to be reckoned with.
Now let's go home together.
That was such a touching scene, bro. See Alphonse's body after so
All
long,
right,
bro.
welcome back to our set, and we've run the data through all
You
possibilities.
know what?
But first,
I'm not
thanks
going
to
to get
Blue
it.
Apron,
I
I've
just want to see
become
it
a
just to
food
see it, man. They're
vendor.
both awesome.
Oh.
Okay, I'm only watching this just to watch it because I like both of them. I love both of them, bro. They're very great characters.
Sorry, Momo. You're just too little.
Little? Who are you calling a pet streak, you stupid hairless kid?
Nobody?
I'll show you!
Dang, I got out of nowhere, man. Okay. What you gonna do? Aang? Okay, water. What you gonna do? Wait, what is that?
You know, there are actually a lot of advantages to being short. Like, you'll never hit your head on door frames, and
I'm still growing!
now I gotcha.
Fake one.
Oh no! I'm sorry!
A classic
They even put the face on it.
That's advantage Elric! Ha!
I know they're bending too, you know.
Damn it!
Oh, he's still doing air. He isn't done. Yeah, he's done fire and he's done air so far.
How's this for small?
Oh, you just went right through it. God, don't.
What kind of alchemy is that?
That ain't alchemy. That ain't alchemy there, man. That's element.
Okay, no more clappy magic.
He took care of his arm.
No, my cabbages!
I won't lose you again.
I think I remember that. A homie always get his cabbages sort of messed up and stuff.
Nice try, Shorty!
Uh-oh.
Can't believe that worked.
Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
This ends now.
Return to the Avatar state. What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do, Edward?
At least I'm taller than you.
You left me no choice.
Dang.
Looks like Ed didn't have a leg to stand on.
Dang,
Or, I
man. He
guess
hit him with the
Ed may
Avatar
have been
state.
more
He
quickly
said,
than
man,
invented, and
he gonna
certainly had
anyway.
more
At
combat
least I'm talking to you.
experience.
Haha.
But Aang's bending abilities were far more versatile and readily available than combat alchemy.
Yeah, it had cool stuff like cannons and gun trumpets, but Aang was fast enough to react to lightning, which is way faster than dodging a measly bullet.
Recall how Ed survived an explosion that destroyed most of a 10-story building. By examining the size of the building and thus the volume of the conical explosion, this blast must have equaled about 30 kilotons of TNT.
That's cool, but Aang did way more when he carved up a circle around that city in Avatar State.
The force to blast such a huge ravine around the city of Udao was a massive undertaking. By measuring the width, length, and depth of the affected area compared to the size of the city, we found it would take almost 160 kilotons of TNT to pull that off.
More than 5 times greater than Ed's best durability feat. So Aang definitely had the stuff to crush Ed's automail arm and the rest of him.
Granted, Ed could reach this sort of power by sacrificing his life force. Remember Kimbley's explosion, the one empowered by a Philosopher's Stone, a blast worth 157 kilotons of TNT? That's almost identical to Aang's feat, and theoretically, Ed could have been capable of this level of power. Theoretically. However, a Philosopher's Stone uses many souls, while Ed could only draw from his one. Not to mention, drawing from his own life force meant his power-up had a very short and dangerous duration limit compared to the Avatar state, which has no such limit. But even so, Ed's tactics and creativity kept him in the fight, yet the Avatar's speed, power, and versatility was too much for him. Aang may be a pacifist in canon and would hardly kill anyone, but unleashing his full power is a sight to behold.
Just when Ed thought he had the hang of it, he outcome missed the mark.
The
Oh
winner
my
is
God.
Avatar Aang.
Oh, boy, Aang took the W.
Thanks for watching this episode of Death Battle. If you want the battle music for yourself, you can by clicking the link down below.
You did your thing,
And if you'd
man.
like to see some more battle
Clap it
and
up for you,
death,
bro.
make sure to click
Clap
the
it up
link
for
over
you.
there.
Let's see who's next.
That's right.
Ghost Rider? Who's that? I have no idea who Lobo is, but I definitely know who Ghost Rider is. But who's Lobo? And I ain't seen Ghost Rider in a minute, bro. After the the last two movies they had, I ain't seen Ghost Rider in a minute, bro. I'm sorry, it's been a minute since I've seen Ghost Rider. But who's Lobo? Who's Lobo? If y'all know who Lobo is, let me know in the comments below, cause I don't think I know Lobo. Cause who Lobo? I don't know who Lobo is. But anyway, about this battle, wow, bro. Like I couldn't pick between Edward or Aang, man. They're both my favorite characters. They're both one great characters for me. They're two of my favorite characters and all that anime. And bro, like I don't know, man. It's just dang, bro. That Edward, man, he had to go out like that, man. He could have put more of a fight, dog. That's my boy Edward, man. He defeated Father, man, who was claiming he was God and all that, bro. Man, he did that thing. He did that thing. But yeah, this is definitely a lit battle, man. Man, RIP to the legendary Edward Elric and Full Metal Alchemist, because let us everybody know, the series ended ended a while ago, so. Man, oh man. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video. If you want to see the original video, put the link down in the description below. It's on my social media, so it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. So go ahead and follow me on Snap. The reaction with, hit me up on my IG or Twitter, or comment down below this video. Let me know what you want me to react to next, or if you haven't idea the next video. And yeah, dreams to be lit, always lit, forever be lit. Remember, don't go to sleep and dream about your dreams. Get up and chase them. Simple as that. And until the next video, busy dream. Always lit.